Hey guys, welcome back to the Mattyo channel. It's me, your host, Mattyo, here once again. Before we get started today, I just want to point out that we are not a Jake Paul drama channel, though recently it kind of feels like we are. That's right, Jake Paul has messed up once again, making it twice in the last 2 weeks, but this time it's a little bit more serious than most of his mess-ups. We're going to be talking about the YouTubers that leverage their fame or perceived power to take advantage of fans and, anybody chasing a dream today. So buckle on up, you're in for the ride now. What am I rambling about? Well, our favorite content cow gave us some more milk last week when Jake Paul posted this image on his Twitter. It reads, "If you are a young, aspiring music producer and engineer, please read." Yeah, because so many music producers follow Jake Paul on Twitter. All it took was one listen to "It's Everyday Bro" to inspire a new generation of music producers throughout the world. Jake Paul is their muse. Jake is like a gatekeeper in the music community now. You want to make it big, you gotta follow the Jakester. We are in need of a full-time, in-house music producer/engineer who will mainly act as an engineer for us. This will be an internship position and will provide you with real-life experience, connections, exposure, and a whole lot of fun. Yeah, that sounds just dandy. Who doesn't like fun? But what about pay? You can't seriously be posting an ad saying that the compensation you'll get for being a full-time music producer/engineer is exposure and fun, right? Can you? That'd be insane. If you have someone working for full-time for free, that's not an employee, that's not an intern. That's borderline indentured servitude. Exposure and fun isn't going to pay their bills or buy them food, Jake. And honestly, it's not like you couldn't afford to pay them. You're not exactly, struggling from the looks of it. We want a hard-working person who's proficient in recording on all softwares. Pro Tools, Logic, F1, Ableton, etc. Serious inquiries only. Please email engineer@jakepaul.com with your Instagram, something about you, and your location. Doesn't matter. Yeah, well, we might not be willing to pay you, and this might be an internship and all, but if you don't already have experience with all of the top-of-the-line, expensive, professional tools, well, you just won't make the cut, We just want the professionals for our internship. It's not like the point of an internship is to take someone and help them learn and gain life experience, right? No, we just want a top-of-the-line music producer for basically free. I mean, is that too much to ask? Yeah, actually it is, Jake, but I do get you. I know that it takes some pure talent to produce music for the creator of such classics as "I Love You Bro" and "Fan Joy to the World." I mean, this intern would have to be able to produce absolute bangers, and that's probably why you don't want to offer pay, right? So their concentration isn't broken by their attachment to their earthly belongings. I also kind of feel like Jake had every opportunity to come out after this tweet and say something like, "Well, we do offer compensation to our interns, but it's our policy to not discuss the pay publicly." And that would have cut all of the drama off at nothing. But the fact that it kind of seems like he wasn't going to pay these interns, wow. And at the time of writing, I'm completely unable to find any place where he denies that the job was unpaid. Even after deleting the tweet, going through his Twitter and all that, he has not mentioned it at all. And the fact that he hasn't denied it is kind of what makes me believe that this is actually an unpaid position that he was trying to hire for. So the meat of this is that Jake is trying to hire an unpaid intern. But why is that bad? Why is it so bad? Companies do it all the time, Well, there's a little bit of a difference there. And I've already kind of mentioned it. Internships are supposed to give the intern experience that will help them in life. Both work experience and life experience generally. It's supposed to make usually a college student into more of an employable person by teaching them the skills that they will need to be successful in the workforce. But in Jake's post, it doesn't really seem like this is what he wants. It kind of seems to me like he's looking for somebody who can already call themselves a music producer engineer, someone who knows all of the professional tools, who's accomplished, they know exactly what they're doing, not somebody who has a framework but needs experience to fill in the blanks. I mean, come on, at this point, he's not looking for an intern, he's looking for a free employee. And the worst part is that I think that this could actually work out for Jake, because he probably got a bunch of replies, And why? Because Jake Paul's famous. I mean, people want to know him. They want the chance to be in his vlogs, they want the opportunity to say, "Hey, I wrote that Jake Paul song." Not because it would be particularly helpful to them in their career, but because they're being influenced. I mean, it's not just a problem with Jake Paul. It's the whole social media influencer crowd. And it actually really hurts me to use that phrase. It's common now for influencers to take advantage of their fame in order to better their own career, whether that be an Instagram star promoting really bad quality products for a brand deal, which their fans then go and buy because they want to be like the influencer. Or if it's somebody like in this situation where it kind of seems like somebody is posting a job posting where you have to work full-time for basically free, And what do you get from it? You get to hang out with an influencer and you get exposure. It's insane, but it happens all the time. It's disgusting, and we're not the first ones to have to deal with this. It was a thing for our parents' generation and their parents' generation before them as well. I mean, how many celebrities have you ever seen coming out supporting some really sketchy, like, get-rich-quick scheme, or, like, a weird product that you don't really understand what they're doing with that product? It's just, something that's always been a thing. The rich and the powerful, the people who, we like, will always try to leverage their fame and their power and their likability to make smaller people who don't really, have the same amount of fame, same amount of power. They want to make them, try to be like them so that they'll use the products that they're being paid to advertise. It's not a new problem, but it is a big problem. And honestly, this is not the worst that it could be. There are Jake Paul, doing this, what Jake Paul may be doing here. It's not the worst. It gets worse. There are definitely influencers out there, and I hate using that word, who use their clout to, take advantage of people, get into relationships with people, all sorts of really sketchy stuff that does happen. And I just want you guys, the only way to beat it is to be aware and to call it out when it happens. And I think that's the biggest problem is, and a lot of times it doesn't get called out. Here they got called out by everybody from H3 to the news. Everybody was calling it out because it was a little scummy and it was very blatant, and he just didn't deny it at all. But a lot of the times these people get away with everything. Nobody says anything to them. Nobody does anything about it. And honestly, guys, I want you guys to be aware that this is what's happening, that these people are trying to influence you. That's why they're called social media influencers. You really shouldn't fall for it. Don't fall for the, fake advertising. Don't fall for all that. It's not good for you. It's good for them, not good for you. They want to take advantage of you, people like this. Sometimes you get people who actually do use a product. I'm not saying that everybody is like this. Everybody uses their fame and their clout to do things. There are some YouTubers who, they're YouTubers, so they're going to get brand deals. But some of them, they take brand deals with companies that they use, people that they trust, as opposed to some Instagram and YouTube stars who will take brand deals with anybody who throws enough money at them. So you got to be on the lookout, judge for yourself the character of the people that you're following on the internet, because not everybody is who they seem to be. And you really don't want to be taken advantage of like this. Could you imagine being the poor kid who gets flown out to California to work for full-time for free? You don't want to be like that. That would be great for a week, and then reality would set in, and you'd realize that you got screwed over. You don't want to have to work for free. Why should you do the same work as a paid employee for free? And it could be way worse, but it's not a good thing. It's something that we need to be aware of, and I want you guys to be aware of. And I want you guys and me to call out anybody who does stuff like that, because it's just super scummy, super sketchy, super snaky. Come on, guys. We should not be afraid to call people out when they do stuff like this. Anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and ringing that bell. You guys know the drill already. I really do appreciate that you've watched the video to this point, all the way to the end. So, you have a great day, and God bless you.